Hey, welcome to Lovely Photoshop JazzedTutorials. This week I'll be showing you how to create the awesome World of Warcraft text effect. Some of you might know how to do it already. I'm not sure, but for those of you who don't, I'm here to show you. So, I went ahead and downloaded this cool font from dafont.com. I'll leave the link in below. It's called Warcraft font. I'll leave the link for it below because you'll need that to make this tutorial. So what I did is I typed my text, which was jazzed, and then I made sure the color, so type your text, jazzed, and make sure that you're using a brown color. You'll find out why soon enough, why brown works best. Any brown shade will do. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to go for a darker brown, only because of this tutorial. So type your text, and I'm using a 300 point font, but that's only because my canvas is really large. And I'm using a blue background just to showcase this tutorial quite well. But for those of you doing it for other reasons, make your own background, do whatever you want, make it look awesome. Alright, once I've done that, I'm going to copy that layer style so I can show you how to do it. Alright, I already did that, so what I did here, we'll double click this, and you'll see over here I've added a gradient overlay. Blend mode's normal, which should be automatically, and everything else should stay the same. The only thing you're going to change is the style, which is radial, and the two colors I've chosen are these. They're little golden colors. That's for the left side, and this is for the right side. They're roughly the same, just a little bit different-ish. Alright, click OK, you're good to go. Then we're going to add a Bevel and Emboss. The technique we're using is chisel hard. And your depth is 100%, size 20px, and the soften stays at 0. Uncheck use global light because we don't need it. And check off anti-allies if it's not already checked off. Mine wasn't, but yours might be. And change your highlight mode to linear dodge add. And you're going to select a yellowish color of choice. Anything of these matters here. Click OK. And then you're going to change the opacity to that one to 100%. And then moving down the bench here, we're going to go to linear burn for our shadow mode. And then you're going to click a brown color of such. Any dark brown will do, as long as it's really dark. Change that opacity to 85%. And then you can move on to the next step, which is adding a texture. You need to go ahead and load your rock textures. These are located here at the bottom, rock textures. It'll ask you a question or two. Just click OK, append it, whatever you need to do. And then you're going to select this lovely rock texture right here. Alright. Change your scale to 100% and your depth to 10%, and you're good to go. Click OK, and you should have something like that to your liking. Now, the further steps may not apply to you. It all depends on your version of Photoshop. If you have CS4 or below, this is what you'll do. Double click this, add a drop shadow, maneuver your drop shadow to however you want it to be maneuvered, change your distance, and voila. Alright, now, if you have Photoshop CS5 extended or above and have the use of the repulse tool, then you can go ahead and go further into the tutorial. Otherwise, you could stop right there with the drop shadow and call it a day and boom. But for those of us such as I that have the repulse tool in the 3D mode, we're going to go and make this a cool 3D style effect. So go ahead and change that. So go to repulse here to 3D and click on text layer. It'll say you must rasterize your text, blah blah blah, yes. Now, you can't rasterize your text prior to clicking on that because it won't work. It'll be grayed out. So make sure you have to do the 3D, repulse, text, and let them do the whole bit. Alright? So go ahead and click on the first one here. Or you can leave the 3D text as is, because that is the one you're using is this one here. But sometimes when you open your 3D thing, it selects a whole different set of 3D shapes. So go ahead and select that one. And change your depth to 0.2. Keep your scale at 1. Change this to shear, not bend. And your Y angle at 9. And then everything else can stay the same. and you can click OK, and we'll move on. Add one more last step. You'll notice how this text isn't really fully created correctly. So double click on this little thing here and open your lovely materials, 3D material section. And the third one down, which is your material, we're going to change this right here because it's kind of weird looking. So select this brown color here. Alrighty-roo. Now, that's all we're going to do for that. Now you're going to have to go up here to your main screen, the main scene. And when it says render settings, we're going to select quality, ray traced file. Now, in a previous tutorial, we did the same exact thing. I believe it was the balloon text effect. This process does take a while, so if for whatever reason it's sitting for like more than 20 minutes, that's normal. So I'm probably going to pause this video and then show you what it looks like after the fact, because ray trace final will take a good like maybe 15-20 minutes. It depends on your computer's speed. Every computer's going to be different, so it might take you 5 minutes, might take you 10, maybe even 3. I don't know. Everyone's computer will be different for this, so just so you know, if it's taking a while, it's okay, it's normal. So go ahead and click Ray Trace Final. Let it sit and do its thing. Whatever you do, don't click anything on your screen or you'll have to start all the way over. So leave it as is, let it go for it, and boom. Because if you click anywhere outside of the screen, it's going to make you start over. And you don't want to do that. Because if you've been like an hour in or something, not that you would be an hour into it, but if you were hypothetically an hour into it, you'd be starting from 0. And that would suck big balls. Big balls of fire. Alright, so when you see the remaining video, I will have fast forwarded through that. So, yeah. Well, mine finished after like 10 minutes, so that's cool. I'm not sure about you guys. We're still sitting there waiting for it to finish off, but that's it. Right now, what you can do, if you go online to google.com, you can find the cool World of Warcraft image, and you can place this on there if you'd like, or you can leave it as is and whatnot. But I like it the way it is. I don't want to. I could download I'm gonna probably download a World of Warcraft a logo, so when you see the final outcome, you'll see what it looks like all put together. But for now, I'll leave you with this, and you know the basics of it. You know that you can add more stuff at the end, as always. So hopefully I helped you guys out. If not, I'm sorry. If I did, cool. Hit my like button if I did. Comment me if you think it was awesome and want more stuff. And again, check out my second channel, Jazz Vlogs. Link in the picture at the end of the video. Click it, subscribe, look, watch, like, comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next week. Laters.